Alright, well, welcome to the second edition of the, what do you want to call it, Four Guys in Comic Books. We are on location right now. I know we were at my place last time, so we're on location, so I am also joined with Parker, who was with us last time, and Joe. We all know him as the Kroger produce guy. And we have
Today I'm wearing an Avengers Infinity War shirt. So.
Even better. And then we do have our special guest in the house, Adam. First time with us, so it's good to have you here, buddy.
Depending on how this goes, it may be my last.
Yeah, you don't want to say that now, or else we're going to lose some views. So, anyway, we're going to be discussing a little bit more about the Black Panther that's crashing records right now. It's 4 or 5 weeks in a row, #1 in the world. We're going to get your guys' perspective of, or I guess your reaction of the movie itself. And then we'll go into the big event that's coming up like next month now. So let's dive right into it.
Let's go.
We'll start with Adam first. What's your reactions to the Black Panther? I know we've seen it a couple of weeks ago.
Mm-hmm.
We didn't really have time to do a reaction video, so we're going to incorporate the reaction video right now.
Right.
So, what's your thoughts there?
Hello, YouTube. I actually really enjoyed Black Panther. It was action packed. It was really good. Very topical. It took about 30 minutes for it to feel like a Marvel movie. Like, you know, Marvel movies all have the same feel, and it's not bad that it took Black Panther a bit to feel like it. Indeed, it was kind of refreshing. All the Marvel movies stand alone, and they also work together as well. And I think Black Panther worked really well. I think it felt the least like a standard Marvel movie of any of the other Marvel movies. It was a good breath of fresh air, but still maintaining the feel that we've come to know and love.
Awesome. All right. Anyone else want to take?
Well, I have to add on to his note that it definitely didn't feel like your typical Marvel movie. It was had a much more serious tone to it. They weren't afraid to show death in this one. In fact, they actually embraced death in this film. I liked how they didn't make T'Challa invincible.
Yeah.
He was actually very mortal, surprisingly.
Pretty much, yeah.
What was the other guy's name?
Was it Killmonger?
Killmonger, but, they definitely let him have a bunch of good hits on T'Challa, and I liked that because, like I said, it just shows that, it could have been cheesy, it could have been like, T'Challa's invincible, nothing, he's the Black Panther, he can't be beaten, essentially. But then they showed that, anybody can be the Black Panther, so I like that aspect of it, so.
Yeah. Parker?
Well, first of all, I'd have to say it's really cool how they integrate a lot of technological advances with, like, African third world country type cultures together and how that would work out in a movie, which I think is very interesting. But yeah, overall, again, I'd have to agree that it's very different of a Marvel movie, and overall, I'd give it for sure a 10 out of 10.
Oh, okay. Well, let me put this in perspective for you guys. Out of all, I thought it was a very fantastic movie. It did a really great job with it, with an all black cast. I think that was fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
Along with that too, as I was reading in the paper or Instagram, stuff like that movie kind of was like a live action Lion King, if you think about it, because
I can see that a little bit.
Because you have Sir Mufasa or Chakaka, who died in the UN meetings with the Soviet Accords
During Civil War.
During Civil War, and that kind of brings T'Challa into the mix of being a king, and then he goes and sees his dad in the I guess, spiritual or soul world.
Oh, yeah, they're in the
Soul-
spiritual world, yeah.
Yeah, so they get in contact. So that kind of makes the whole Simba Mufasa simulation right there. And then you have the Scar Killmonger and T'Challa, Simba, I guess you can call it, that fighting to the death. They're fighting, and then Simba loses. And then he comes back stronger, wiser,
Mm-hmm.
and then you know that good could prevail. But during an interview with Chad Boswick,
Mm-hmm.
the guy that plays T'Challa in Black Panther, he kind of mentioned to, I think it was with Conan or one of the late night talk show hosts, that he portrayed Black Panther as the villain.
Is the villain.
Is the villain in this one. But it could go either way too, because Killmonger kind of wanted to bring Wakanda into the world, whereas T'Challa wanted to protect Wakanda and not let any of their advancements get into the world until he kind of realizes at the end of the movie that it might be beneficial for them to let it all
Share their technology with the world.
exactly.
That was my favorite scene in the movie, where he's making a speech at the UN about how Wakanda will no longer be an isolated nation, how they will share their learning with the world. And one of the representatives says, "Your Majesty, what could a nation of herders have to teach us?" And then he just stand there with a smile, like.
And then you
I
have
love that.
you have Ross. It's just like, yeah, okay, you haven't been to Wakanda, have you?
No, it was good.
It was. I thought it was great. I mean, it crashed all the records so far.
Annihilated them.
Annihilated them. Like even remember Superman and Justice League combined
Mm-hmm.
made $1 billion in the box office so far.
Yeah.
And it's been 5 weeks now, and it's just tumbled everybody.
Like I said, you know, what's really enabling that is the diverse cast, I think. 'Cause
Mm-hmm.
it's bringing out, a diverse cast is bringing out a diverse audience.
Yeah.
Exactly.
You know, I mean, you have a large African-American audiences going to see this movie. Some that have never really been to a superhero movie before, and they're going just to see and watch Hollywood embrace this African-American acting and actresses,
Mhm.
actors and actresses.
I will tell you this, when I saw it the second time, in, I guess, Irving opening weekend with my girlfriend and her mom, there was a lot of different, like a lot of, I guess, black people there too, to embrace the film. A lot of people weren't expecting it to be that good of a movie, so I was kind of, I guess, not really shocked or thrilled, but I was kind of happy that we get to see, like you were saying, Joe, like diversity,
Yeah.
and seeing what different perspectives people are looking at in Hollywood now, because that's where Hollywood is pretty much going, is in the diversity kind of way. Just look at Wonder Woman, for example. All
Yeah, I
woman,
get that, yeah.
all female cast, all female director. That put on a great show. So did Black Panther. So, any other final thoughts, or?
No, I think it set the stage for Infinity War pretty well. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
so I think it's really kind of hyped up the audience, hyped up the fan base, I should say, for the final act, essentially.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So, as you mentioned, Avengers: Infinity War, which I like that shirt, by the way. That's awesome. I'm actually considering buying the animatronic gauntlet. It's just pretty cool. It's pretty pricey, but it's worth it, right, guys?
Yeah, that's cool.
I think it's worth it, but all right. So, as we're getting into the discussion of Infinity War, that just changed their release date from May 4th to April 27th. It's
Came as quite a shock.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
mean,
I
the
was
way
speechless.
the ways they teased it was kind of jokingly on Robert Downey Jr. and his social media pages and the Marvel Cinematic Universe's Facebook page. They were like kind of playing back and forth, and they're like, Robert Downey Jr.'s like, well, wouldn't it be awesome if we could move up the release date? And Marvel's like, sure, why not? How about, does April 27th work? And he's like, sure, but what about the rest? Can I share it with all my friends? And they're like, sure. Here's a new poster to go with it, with the new release date.
You know,
and then everybody's like, oh my god, this is actually real.
You know,
Yeah.
first for a minute, I thought when I got the text from either one of you guys saying that it was changed the release date, I thought you guys were
A joke.
You guys were joking, because I was at my grandma and grandpa's 50th anniversary party when I got it, and I was like, are you guys kidding me with me right now? Because if you guys are, I'm gonna drive home and just strangle you guys.
Oh,
But
confessions.
but
Hello, police.
but I looked on all their Instagram, Facebook page, online, and it was saying new release date, breaking news, 1 week. We will get the release 1 week earlier than normal. Which, when I found out, I was like, I just got super excited. I was like, yes, 1 week earlier than we all thought was going to happen. I feel like when I read Robert Downey Jr.'s tweet, I guess, I think that they had the idea set for a April 27th release date, but they kind of had it May 4th to make the public like, oh, okay, like...
Logistically, it makes sense to move the release date up, because why are you going to release a Marvel film on quote-unquote Star Wars Day?
Yeah.
Yeah. You know, it didn't make sense, and I think they realized that. Plus, they're no longer going to be competing with themselves, because you have Rampage coming out. It's not a Disney movie, but still, you don't want to. It's going to be a big blockbuster. You don't want to compete with that. And so they also are no longer competing with. There was another movie I forgot.
Deadpool is going to come out the following week, and then Solo the week after that.
Yeah.
So I think they're trying to not cannibalize themselves.
Right, they're not going to be competing with themselves essentially.
Yeah.
Right.
So by moving it up into April, there's really not much around that time frame. So now they're just like, now they kind of monotonous. They can base all their marketing and everything on that. So,
yeah, and I feel like now that Black Panther's out of the way, they can promote the crap out of the movie itself.
Yeah,
they're gonna hype the hell out of this movie. I mean, it's going to be.
I know Parker's excited for it.
Yeah.
he won't stop vibrating with energy.
Oh, I know.
I'm
For
tapping
real,
my
though.
foot.
Some
For
kind of
real,
vibranium.
I think you're going to see so much advertisement for this movie. It's going to be it's nothing we've seen since the first Avengers.
Right.
And it makes sense because they've been building up to this movie for the last 10 years.
Exactly.
I mean, if I can only imagine what they have in store for us, and it's going to be amazing.
We've only, up to this point, we've only got the first teaser trailer couple months ago, and then we had the short 30-second Super Bowl trailer during the Super Bowl, and then just yesterday, Friday, was it the 16th, they released the official trailer number 2, and wow, I'm speechless.
Well, we got a lot of new footage with this new trailer. The last two kind of had the similar footage. Well, this one's got a lot more footage.
It had a lot more footage.
So, I mean, I like, because seems like they didn't spoil too much from this.
Right.
Yeah.
So, they're keeping I feel like they're keeping the surprises hidden, which is good, because, you know, in previous trailers for other movies, they've kind of let it slip. So
the kind of cool thing was too is that they kind of showed a little bit of the Black Order, but specifically, Ebony Maw was kind of morally headlining the trailer a little bit. But you got a little 5-second clip of all 4 of them with Loki, but it was just like a 5-second them just like a standstill, and that was pretty much it.
Okay.
right off the bat, too, you definitely can tell from the trailer this is going to be a violent movie.
Yeah.
This is definitely, there's going to be a lot of destruction.
Yeah, like if they're playing off a normal into the normal comics, it's very, very disturbing. I mean,
and I hope they don't take away from that. Like I hope they stay true to the source material. I know a lot of times they don't because they gotta Hollywoodify it.
Well, no, they gotta Disneyify it.
Well, whatever. Yeah.
Because Disney has set guidelines for what they're going to do with what they want to do with their movies. But yeah, and you get Marvel's a subdivision of Disney, but they should let them be free with follow the comic books right.
Well, yeah, because Civil War is kind of a letdown in that respect.
Yeah,
it was.
And so I hope they don't make that same mistake with Infinity War, because literally the name war is in the title. So I would hope that includes the things that come with war: death, violence, and destruction. So,
well, I know there will be destruction. I know there will probably be a lot of fighting, but I don't know. But Kevin Feige said that all of these, there will be permanent deaths. They won't, like...
I don't want to see some resurrection BS.
Yeah.
I want some... If there's someone's going to die, and they're going to die. Like
Robert Downey Jr., because he's the most expensive.
That's what everyone's speculating, because he is almost on his way out with the contract.
His contract.
But then also Chris Evans too with Captain America. He's probably going to be on his way out too, unless they extend his contract to another 5 or 6 movies with Secret Wars and Secret Invasions that's going on shortly, that they're going to reveal with the Skrulls with Miss Marvel or Captain Marvel, excuse me. But yeah, so along with that trailer, they also released their ticket sales too as well.
The pre-orders. Yeah.
Pre-orders, yeah. So I don't know about everybody else in the world, but we've got our tickets before. We all got our tickets.
Yeah, we almost didn't though.
Yeah, we
almost
didn't because it sold out within 6 hours of the release, and it crushed all the pre-sale records. Even it crushed Black Panther's pre-sale because this movie is pretty hype. So I'm gonna let you guys have your guys' reactions to the trailer or anything else, and we'll go with Parker. I know Parker's excited for this movie, huh? You're excited, aren't you?
Yeah, definitely.
Who's excited?
Are
you excited, boy?
Because I'm so quiet over here.
I was waiting for it. I was waiting for someone to say that.
Okay, so essentially, what I really like about this movie is, first of all the superheroes coming together in one movie, which is a really cool idea, and I personally think, just ultimately, I've never seen a series of movies come together like this, which is, I personally think, is very revolutionary. But ultimately, it's going to be interesting how each individual power or personality within each superhero are going to mesh together, and how they're going to work together with their different abilities to essentially fight off the enemy and everything. But I really think that ultimately this is going to be a really cool movie. It's kind of hard to tell what it's exactly going to be because, again, the trailer doesn't really say too much, which is, again, a really cool mystery for me, and that's what I really like about it.
Well, I know you're a big Iron Man fan, so what do you expect from him in the movie?
Okay, so the thing about Iron Man in this movie, well, first of all, just to say I'm a huge Iron Man fan, I actually kind of think his technology is really strong, but ultimately with all these very powerful beings in this movie, I think his technology is actually kind of limited, because when you think of it, when you got I don't know, for example, a big energy source and everything going against just metal and different parts like that, granted he might, I don't know, I don't know if he has a force field or not, or some form of that, but it just seems like his body can only withstand so much, so I can definitely see Iron Man taking a big hit in this movie, maybe possibly getting hurt or even dying, essentially. But I think a lot of the weaponry tech that he has is really powerful. So I'm not really for sure how this outcome is going to truly be with Iron Man. I think he's going to have some hard punches and everything, but I think he'll fight back pretty good.
Wow. But did you see the trailer at all?
I did actually. I
Did
did see part of it where his suit was like broken.
Yeah.
Which is very interesting.
Yeah, that's going to be a very interesting scene in the movie. It might
It
might be very climactic.
I will say this though, it seems like, if I recall correctly, there's several scenes where his suit is deteriorating a lot. Like, it's broken parts. I think in one of the first trailer, his hand was like broken apart or something. So I just think he's going to deteriorate.
Well, he almost died during the first Avengers.
Yeah.
That's true.
He went through the black.
That's true. That's true.
portal.
Yeah. So I think that they may have like a very sad exit for RDJ, and all that stuff for that movie. But I think it's gonna be somewhat like the comics. I hope it's gonna be like the comics, or at least somewhat of it. Like the point where you see Ebony Maw has those like things or whatever, those pinpoints on Doctor Strange.
Yeah, I was confused by that.
We may get to see Ebony Maw use his powers to do mind control on Doctor Strange, so he can understand who they're up against, that Thanos up against, and because that's happened in the original comics, and a different story arc that Ebony Maw controls him, getting the event, or getting all of these superheroes together for one big final battle, I guess death battle. But then once he doesn't need him anymore, just erases his memory and doesn't know what happened. So maybe we'll get that, maybe we won't get that, but I think that'd be kind of cool to see that actually happen. I think it'd be cool. And also, one thing too as well is, I don't know if anybody knows, but Peter Dinklage, for those people who are Game of Thrones fans, like I am, we have Peter Dinklage is in this movie, but we have no idea who he's going to voice act.
The Hulk.
Not the Hulk.
Hulk 2.
There's no Hulk 2. There's no Hulk 3 either. So there's rumors that he might be playing one of the Black Order minions, either Glorvis Clay, Ebony Maw, or Obsidian. I can't even say his name right, but it's either going to be Obsidian or Glorvis Clay, because Ebony Maw is already played by an Irish actor, an Irish actor by the name of Tom Vaughan Lawler. So he's already rumored to play him. So we don't know who it is, but he is credited in the posters. In a little small underneath it, he's in that little credit. So I think that
it makes you wonder, why would they do that though? Why would they include his name on the poster?
Because he signed on a year ago for a role in one of the MCU movies. A lot of people thought he was going to be Pip the Troll, a little like bodyguard, or like little bodyguard, I guess, for Adam Warlock or something like that, or MODOK or something like that. You're laughing.
Him as MODOK, wow.
I can't picture that.
He's going to play Stan Lee. Not like Stan Lee in one of his random side roles, but they're going to be like, "Hi, my name's comic creator Stan Lee," and it's going to be Peter Dinklage.
I think that'd be pretty creative, I think.
We'd never see it coming.
You would never see it. You're like, whoa, what?
They're also going to make it a musical, I think. You know, like Thanos, "I'm looking out for those stones, gonna tear your flesh from your bones." Something like that, you know.
That'd be kind of cool. They make it into like a music that's catchy after a while, like that one movie.
Right, no one would see it coming.
Yeah, you don't see it coming eventually.
Disney can return to their musical roots.
Pretty much. I mean, they'll have like the people from High School Musical there too.
I love
Start
it.
saying, "High School," and they're like, "Oh, shut up!" Or Moon Adam. Who knows?
Peter Parker transfers to High School Musical high school.
To East Side. Who knows? Or is it
That
West
would
Side?
certainly be interesting.
That would be pretty. That would be pretty funny if they had a little twist into things. But there's also another twist that also is going to happen into it. So I don't know if you guys pretty much noticed that Gamora and Thanos were holding hands. Which, like,
It was a flashback.
little longer. I think it might be a flashback, but I don't think it will be. Some rumors speculate that she will die in this film, but then get brought back to life, like by like a living corpse, like a living dead corpse, kind of.
An undead.
Like an undead corpse, yeah, but she can still feel pain. If that's what the comics did with Thanos, when Thanos had the gauntlet and did that to Nebula. Nebula was the key of stopping Thanos. So if they kind of do it that way with a little twist with it, and Gamora being the key of defeating Thanos, that could be cool because she's, I guess, Thanos' favorite daughter, apparently. But that's what I think that might happen. So, I don't know about you guys. Have any speculations about what's gonna happen in this film?
Well, they definitely. I don't think we're going to see Thanos being defeated in this film in any respect because this is a two-parter movie. So I mean, I think I think they're gonna leave us with a cliffhanger where someone is going to die. I'm not gonna say I don't know who.
Stanley.
Someone is going to die.
That's the universe.
And it's gonna cut it at that.
This is what
Peter
this.
Dinklage as Stanley dies.
So this
Roll
is
credits.
so.
But it's what it's gonna seem like. All hope is lost. There's no way to defeat Thanos, and that's how they're gonna end it. That's how they're gonna end part one. And then there's gonna be part two is gonna be discovering how to beat Thanos, how to defeat Thanos.
I'm gonna
Part 2 is going to be them all eating shawarma. Just 2 hours of shawarma.
Oh my
eat
God.
shawarma. Yep. There's be like, oh, sorry guys, I'm sorry about everything. Let's just have our shawarma. Let's kiss and make up.
Thor deciding whether to get the beef or the lamb for 20 minutes, arguing with the waiter over how to split the check. It's going to be a good movie.
Yeah, but the line with that too is that like if you listen like in the beginning they mentioned about like Gamora mentioned that he can annihilate existence with a snap of the finger if he has all those Infinity Stones.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like he's going to do that snap at the end of the movie, but we won't hear it. But then like but then when he hears the snap,
It'll go to a black screen.
and
then it'll be to be continued.
And then just like Harry Potter was a two-parter, but
Yeah.
it didn't say to be continued though. It just kind of just blank and then just rolled up.
That'd be interesting. I like that.
Yeah.
That's I was talking with Steve, who cannot be here. He's normally our
Marvel Encyclopedia.
yeah. So we were talking about that today, and that's what we came up with a speculation that could happen. You actually
That'd be cool.
But-
I like that.
But he does have 2 of the Infinity Stones though, so I'm thinking he might have 2 Infinity Stones through the whole entire movie, and then he will get it in the other movie. And
So, to add to your comment about who do we expect to die in this film, in the trailer, it's interesting to note that you see Thanos essentially holding his staff to Vision's forehead. Because, there's an Infinity Stone inside Vision.
exactly,
obviously.
yep.
And
the
so,
Mind Stone.
I think we're given the first death right there, honestly. Probably within the first 30 minutes of the movie, I'm assuming. We're going to see Vision die. Or cease to exist.
Speculations.
That's my initial theory. I've also heard a theory that Loki is going to die. But he's a fan favorite character. I don't know, but I think he's going to try and join Thanos' cause. Where Thanos is going to be like, no, forget you, and just kill him, essentially, obliterate him or something.
Eventually, yeah.
I think that's going to happen in the first film. And I think those 2 things are really going to set the tone for the movie. and then we'll see the what plays out next. But I am very excited about this movie because I just hope Disney just doesn't shy away from that death aspect of it, because if they actually embrace it, it's going to be a badass movie.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Oh,
anyway,
yeah.
so go ahead.
Alright, so as Joe ripped up his final thoughts, Adam, do you have any final thoughts before Infinity War, going into Infinity War?
I am very excited. I think there'll be a lot of surprises. I think it'll be a very fun and enjoyable movie, and I'm looking forward to it.
Okay, sounds good. Alright, Parker, what about you?
I just still am going to be really intrigued in how all these different characters are going to come together and figure out a way to defeat Thanos and all that. But I would say overall it's going to be amazing. It's going to be quite a mystery going in, but kind of can put the pieces together a little bit. But I think it's overall going to be great.
Well, that's great. I love you guys' expectations for this movie coming in. I'm super geeked because it's gonna be one heck of a movie. Also, along with that too, is that I heard from Marvel and Kevin Feige that they are giving away the cast and crew hats that they wear on set, but they're from a limited quantity. So if any of you are interested in buying these hats, go on to Disney.com, or I think it's DisneyShop.com. Act now before they all get sold out, because it's a great experience to at least say that, oh yeah, I got a nice souvenir from the crew and the cast of this movie. You will never expect us to see this happen again. All these heroes combining in one movie, fighting a greater threat for the universe, or I guess the universe you can say, because this could never happen again in our life. This could never happen again unless there's some resurrection stone somewhere that will get all these characters back and have a huge movie with like 265 characters.
Or when they reboot it in 30 years, but...
No, it'll be longer than that.
It'll be like 50 years, maybe 60 years if they want to reboot it, but as long as Sam Lee is still alive, he does not want to reboot it.
Yeah.
That's the word from the Godfather himself. Does not want to reboot any of the movies until he dies, and that's it.
Okay.
That's what
Except for Spider-Man, no less than 3 times.
Maybe 4 times. This is like a 4th reboot, right?
Yeah, pretty much, yeah.
It's 4th reboot.
Andrew Garfield.
And they finally got it right.
Yeah.
And they finally got it right.
Yeah.
Yeah. So also don't forget to buy your tickets now. Hopefully they might
They're
not.
still available.
If they're still available. Don't forget to like, subscribe, put on that alert too as well.
Comment below if you like what we've done, if you like our new set, if you like our new equipment. We got some new equipment this time around, so...
Thanks, producer Michelle.
The audio should sound better, and the video quality should be a hell of a lot better. So.
Then also, if you haven't liked my Facebook page, it's Marvel at Marvel Podcast. Do it right now. And my Snapchat at Marvel Podcasts. So, hopefully you guys are liking that stuff and making us successful.
Excelsior!
And I'd like to say, Adam, thank you for joining the show.
Well, thank you for having me, Alex. It was great to be here. Hope to be here for more.
Alright, hopefully you are.
Hopefully. Alrighty. Thanks, guys.
We'll see you in the next one.
Peace.
Excelsior.